Hi, welcome back to PÖFF TV. My name is Johanna Kristina and we're here right in the heart of the Black Nights Film Festival. Today we have a talented director joining us behind the Jōhatsu movie. So let's give a big welcome to our talented director, Nerijus Milerius.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Hello, and how are you?
Hello, thanks. Nice weather here.
Yeah, really nice. Is it better than in Lithuania?
It's called 2 degrees, but it's quite similar.
Okay, all right. So I wanted to ask where this idea came from to make such a movie.
Yeah, indeed, we are two co-directors, me and my colleague Lina Lūžytė.
Right.
Unfortunately, she was not able to join us now. Indeed, it's quite a long story, but to put
yeah, you can make
in
it like
few sentences. It was my initial idea, which I started to develop 7 years ago or something like that, and I wrote script about Antigone. You know, it's antique myth, Greek myth of Antigone, daughter who wants to bury her dead father, and she was not allowed to do that, so this drama started. So then I stopped to develop this idea of Antigone, and 2 years later I restarted, and I invited my colleague, friend Lina Lūžytė to join the project. So we decided what we can use from the old project, but then we rewrote everything from the new, and of course this notion of Jōhatsu, which means in Japanese evaporation or disappearance. This was a brand new idea.
Okay, but did you have any challenges while making this film?
What do you mean by challenges? You know, when you're approaching different new ideas, so it's always challenging. But we decided that I will give this first move, and then Lina wrote the script. We discussed all the time a lot, and indeed to work, together, 2 or 3, it's already sometimes challenging.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a huge privilege because you are always in dialogue with someone. And I remember that we presented our idea in Torino Film Lab, which is quite great and indeed very famous, space for developing different scripts. And some of the participants, it was first time for them when they presented their ideas for someone, for the audience, and they were excited or sometimes even, afraid to do that. But we were 2 of us. We worked all the time together, so for us it was quite easy to do that because we were always in dialogue. So it was indeed challenge, but also very huge privilege.
Right. Okay. But you said that the concept of disappearance and identity seems to be the central thing in this film. So why were you drawn to explore this theme, this Jōhatsu, right? And how does it reflect the border issues if you're interested in as filmmakers?
I don't want to reveal a lot,
right.
But I would say that there was one real event in Lithuania.
Okay.
When the dead body of Lithuanian worker was brought to Lithuania from Sweden. And it was a wrong body, so it was quite strange mistake, but sometimes it happened, So there are 2 people in this case. Someone who was brought and who can understand who was brought, to Lithuania, and another man who indeed disappeared. So those names somehow were, mixed, and there was so-called wrong body. So it was this real event in Lithuania, and we started, to think about this phenomenon. It could be accident, but probably in fictional world, it could be just a deliberate act of disappearance, isn't it? You are, someone who are planning to disappear, and somehow, sending this wrong body to your own native country, and then you have all the freedom. Something like that. It's just I'm just speaking now about this idea, how it came to our mind, but of course our film is a little bit different. I'm not revealing the ideas of our film. So but at the same time it should be added that in Japan itself this phenomena Jōhatsu exists, and it is quite well known. So there are people who just want to change their identities, to rebrand their life, to start anew. And that is why in description of your festival it's written that it's Lithuanian thriller on Japanese phenomenon.
Yeah, right. But did you consciously avoid making Jōhatsu a traditional detective story in favor of focusing on Lina's internal journey?
Absolutely, absolutely. We are calling that not thriller but existential thriller. So for us, this existential questions are very important, and our film is, as you said, it's a journey, but at the same time, speaking in ordinary cinematic language, it's road movie. So we constructed and created our film as a road movie. And in the road, there are always two things. So one is external, so from A to B, from one place to another place, from one country to another country. But at the same time, it's always internal journey.
Right.
Usually to your own inner secrets or your own, inner self.
Yeah, right. But how did you develop her character? And what did you want the audience to understand or feel about her journey?
Yeah, it's also was teamwork with the colleague, co-director Lina. As you could notice, our protagonist has the same name as co-director Lina.
Yeah.
Indeed, I'm responsible for it. I invited Lina to join and to develop this project together, and I was. It was certain kind of not joke, but not trap, but certain kind of invitation. Just this idea to give the protagonist the name of co-director, but at the same time, of course, Lina developed Lina's character from her perspective as a young woman. But at the same time, we think that those questions which are actual for our protagonist are actual for everybody. And indeed, we don't want to give any precise answers, but we want audience to raise questions and to leave the whole rather with questions and not with answers.
Yeah, okay. But the film employs a subdued color palette and naturalistic lighting throughout, creating a quiet, almost introspective atmosphere. So how did you use these visual choices to shape the emotional tone of the film? and deepen the audience's connection to the characters.
Indeed, I should say that our film is very minimalistic. We wanted to create a very minimalistic atmosphere. And part of the film was filmed in Vilnius, capital of Lithuania,
right.
but another part was filmed in Klaipėda, which is a seaport. And it's not so crowded as Tallinn, let's say. It's it's quite big city, but in the night time it's quite empty. A few people in the streets, and when you walking in the street in Klaipėda in the midnight, you probably all the time you are alone. Or of course, if you are going with your friends, then not. But
if you go by yourself, then
usually you are absolutely alone, and that is why we have chosen to film in Klaipėda, so huge empty spaces and small person. It's already, quite surrealistic, isn't it? Because, it's quite a strange space, even dangerous or just not dangerous, but revealing certain opportunities. So it's already a little bit mysterious space, and that is why this external mysterious space led us to reveal the mysteries of our character.
Okay, good answer.
So it's connection, of outer space and inner space,
Oh, yeah, okay, but what does it mean for you to premiere Jōhatsu at PÖFF?
It's great, Indeed, it's great. We are happy because, creators, directors, or all the team, absolutely all the team, they are creating not only for ourselves. We are creating not for ourselves. We are creating
for the audience.
Yeah, for the audience, and it's very important. And we are also very happy that this film will be screened in critics pick, how it's called, this program, because it's international program with different art house films. So we are happy, and of course waiting for tomorrow's premiere.
Okay, but what is this emotion you want audiences to have after watching this film? Or do you want to say maybe what is the message? You said that you don't want to give out so people can think themselves, what do they think, or what's the thoughts after this film, but maybe then the emotion. What's the feeling after this film when you're watching it? And what do you want to give?
My first profession is professor of philosophy, so I could philosophize an hour about that.
But give me 2 sentences.
Everybody will be asleep during our
but try to say
conversation. But why I'm saying that people are very different.
Right.
So, and emotions will be also different. It's not easy film. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's not a very easy film, but also not sad film, I would say. And as I said, our task was to raise certain reflexivity in audience. Reflexivity, about their lives, about desire to change yourself and to just jump into total new world. Somehow it's idea how people can rebrand themselves, can change their identity and can encounter something unknown, totally unknown. So we would like audience to have this emotion, to feel this emotion, this encounter with something totally new. And you know, sometimes it's challenging, but I think that it's very good challenge, you know, to approach something totally new in your life. When from one hand you a little bit are afraid of it, but at the same time you want to have this courage to change yourself.
Just get out of this comfort zone and
absolutely. So
okay, but thank you for all of this information, and I hope this premiere will go really good tomorrow. So really, it was really nice to talk to you. We've uncovered so many details about this story and about this film, and huge thanks also for coming, and it was really nice to meet you.
Thank you for your questions.
Yes,
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning into PÖFF TV.